Welcome back to another exercise. This is exercise 62, Natural Phonics Primer, a Universal Safety Net for Literacy. And we're going to be doing one sound, and the sound is f, as in the word fan. That's the phonovisual key word, f. And it can be spelled PH, which, by the way, is a Greek spelling. Words that come from the Greek language generally will spell the F sound with a PH, and so you're reading Greek words. And the GH also can sometimes say the the F sound. So let's take a look. We're going to start out with the PH, and the first one is alphabet. Alphabet. The ABCs. The next one is autograph. Autograph. Auto means self and graph means to write. So an autograph is when you write your own name. Next we have elephant. And if you pronounce that with a short A, you come up with elephant. And of course, you would know immediately that it's a elephant, a big animal with a trunk and big long ears, elephant. Next we have hyphen. A hyphen is when you put a dash between two words like that. And the Y here has the long I sound. Next we have nephew. Orphan. Let's see. Orphan is a child that does not have a mother or father, and so someone takes them in and they're an orphan. Next we have pamphlet. A pamphlet is a little book. Sometimes they're held together with staples, but they're a small little bitty book. Next we have pharmacy. Pharmacy, where that you go and get your medicine. The doctor gives you a prescription. You go to the pharmacy and get your medicine. Notice the C has the S sound because of the Y. Next is Phil, that's a name. And then we have the longer Philip. Those are names of people. The next one we have phone, like the telephone. You talk to somebody on the phone. And the past tense, we add the ED there on the end, and now we have phoned. He phoned his friend. Next one is a phonograph. Phonograph. Phono means sound, and graph means to write. So phonograph is to write with sounds. It's actually a player that plays a vinyl record. Next, now we have, this is interesting, photo, like a photograph. It's a photo of somebody. And then we have photograph. Photograph. By the way, photo means light in Greek, false, photo, and graph means to write. So it means to write with light. In other words, you take a picture. The next one is again, we have phrase. A phrase is a group of sentences that does not a complete thought. Like, in the house is a phrase. John is in the house, that's a sentence, but in the house is a phrase. Can't stand by itself. Prophet. A prophet is a person who can tell you what's going to happen in the future, or sometimes someone that talks for somebody else. Then we have a name, Ralph. And this PH is pronounced as an F. Next is telegraph. Telegraph is something I'm very good at. I know Morse code. And the Morse code for telegraph is dot, dit, 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 da da dit, da dit, da da dit, did. That was short dit and long da, and I can spell any word in with that. By the way, tele means in Greek means distance, a long ways off, and graph means to write. So telegraph means to write a message that's going to go a long distance. The next one is it's going to divide right there. Triumph. When you win, you triumph. Notice the long I there at the end of the accented syllable. Then we have trophy. Trophy. The person that won the bicycle race won a beautiful trophy. Now we're going to do the GH that has the F sound. And the first one is cough. He had a cold, so he had a he had a cough. Coughing is the verb form there. Here is excuse me, enough. I think we've had enough spelling for today. Next one is laugh. That's a very tricky one right there. Laugh. And the next is laughing. He was laughing at a joke. And then laughter. Next is rough. Like you were in a car and the road was very rough. Roughly. If you write a story roughly, maybe just write a little bit of it and work on it later. It's called a rough draft. If you treat somebody roughly, you don't treat them very nicely. Next one is tough. The meat was hard to chew. It was tough. Or he was very strong. He was a great soldier. He was tough. He could endure hardness. And then tougher. The wrestler that won was tougher than the wrestler that lost. Good luck with these. I would especially focus on spelling these words, practice writing the words from dictation, and this will increase the number of brain words you have so that when you sit down to read a book, you're going to be able to read it really, really fast with good understanding and having lots of fun reading.